Hello, my crafty friends. Bonjour, Kim McGillis here, joining you live from Ontario, Canada. It is July 4th. Happy 4th of July to my American friends. I hope you will be celebrating today. It is Friday already. We haven't seen the week go by. I'm just gonna log on here. It's been a fun week creating with the Painterly Pears collection, sweet collection. Obviously, I wish I'd have done lots more, but we ran out of time. But I just want to showcase a couple of the projects here. If you are watching me live, please say hello. Please say where you're watching from. If you're catching the replay, please say replay. I would love to know. So we started on Tuesday with a nice fun fold card that slides out with a belly band. This is perfect for giving, putting some money on the inside. I have two different layouts. One uses a lot of the designer series paper. This one is more like of a basic white type of look. So if ever, you could always catch the replay on Tuesday. You could go to my blog, kimmcgillis.com. And also my YouTube channel, because I've just uploaded the Facebook there. And then on Wednesday, we talked about mini cards. Those are 3x3s. I love making those. And it's all about, this week is all about using your leftover pieces of cardstock. So I made a couple of mini cards and coordinating envelopes. We've talked about how to make envelopes part of our designer series paper. And look how fun. I just plan these little pieces where you could just tuck them in and then not close them completely. So that was Wednesday. And then yesterday, I showed you how to make this little box, which is perfect to put those 3x3 cards, as well as like maybe a homemade treat or chocolate or that sort of thing. Hello, Sonia. Hope you are well today. Thanks for joining and sharing. So this box is kind of fun, and it's a bit bigger than a 3x3. If you notice, look how a 3x3 card would fit in. But the reason I went with a larger box is because you want to make sure that these larger envelopes fit in. So that's the concept of that. And then today, I'm just going to show you another card, and it's all about making a card with your leftover pieces. So if ever, you could always go back and watch the full collection about Painterly Pears. I share the products. I'm not going to share them again today, but the stamp set is available in English and in French, so you have both options. Speaking of French, I just wanted to say that you'll notice that I've just opened a new page for French speaking customers. So if ever you speak French and you want to see some lives in French, then you could join that page. I've put a link on this site here. So that's very exciting. So because I live like on the border between Ontario and Quebec, I am on the Ontario side, I have a lot of French customers. So I just thought that maybe it'd be fun to start doing some lives in French. So you'll want to go join that page. I will have to learn all the colors in French because that's not my big feature. I always do them in English. Also, there's the Painterly Pears Sweet Collection tutorial, 12 ideas. So many of you have already purchased it. You can still purchase it, or you could earn it for free. I've explained a little bit of how that works. So if you order for $65 from me, you get the Painterly Pears Sweet Collection PDF 12 tutorials for free. If you're part of my team, you get that for free. I just post it on our team page. So that's an option as well. And then if ever you're from across the globe, you're a demonstrator whatsoever, you could always purchase it. It's $20. And I'm just saying that with our Canadian exchange, you might get a sweet deal depending which country you're from. So that's kind of fun. So you'll want to look into that as well. Anyways, I'm blown away. It's so much fun. Fun fold cards, different options, scrapbooking, and so much more. There's video tutorials. Some are written, so it's kind of interesting. Now, the sad part is I have to remove this entire collage so I could share with you my project for today. Very simple project for Friday. We're going to take it easy, especially that it's 4th of July for my American friends, and I don't know, do you have big plans for the weekend? What's in the works? So for those who know me, know that my husband is working in Regina, Saskatchewan, so he's flying in. So for a couple of days, which is, mommy has a honey to-do list for him, so that's going to be fun. I also want to share, yesterday I got some acne nails, so it is my, I heard something drop, I think it fell, sorry. It is my birthday this month, and Stampin' Up sent me a card, and now I just got my pin. Sorry, I had to go like underneath my desk to grab this. So they sent me a pin. Look how cute. It's like a little mic, and it says Stampin' Up 25 because I was a guest speaker for the Creativity Now. So I have piles of pins from over the years when I accumulated some trips and from promotions and from sales. And they're kind of in a drawer. So now I'm thinking, you know what? I should take out all my pins and then just put them all together in like a shadow box or something like that. So that's going to be in the work. And you know, it was a nice note card, and the paper coordinates with the collection that I presented, which was very smart. And the sweet note that they put on the inside, really, it was kind of very sweet. Maybe this should go in my shadow box too. So you'll see my projects. I will be sharing what I made for Creativity Now in the upcoming weeks. So as soon as I could get to see it available, but it was kind of fun. I did a bunch of fun folds. I give you different options, show you techniques, and also have a scrapbooking book. So stay tuned for that. It will be popping in. Okay, so enough chatter here. I just needed to show my little mic. Kind of fun. And for those of you who have asked me for my address because you want me to send me a card for my birthday, thank you so much. I will be posting your cards here actually on my live to show everyone, so that's going to be fun. So today I'm just doing basic white one more time because I just wanted a simple white card, and it is 4 1/4 by 11 scored by 5 1/2. Might have gone a little crooked here. It is sunny here in Ontario, and I think we're getting like 10 days or 14 days of rain. So I'm gonna take advantage of maybe like going by her poolside just a tiny bit because it's gonna be pretty much it for lots and lots of days. We're having like weird weather. I'm just gonna try to see if I could zoom in a little bit here from the top. You hear my squeaky chair. Maybe that should be on my husband's to-do list of things that he needs to fix. Let's see again. Can I zoom in a little bit? It won't let me. Oh well, I tried. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. I'm using this morning Darling Duckling, a brand new in color that I never thought that I would use so much, which is totally surprising me. I'm not normally that girl that will use bright colors. Start by just rubbing on a scrap piece of paper, and then I want you to do a nice big oval this morning, like just a big oval on this side, and you could go darker in the center and then just use and lightly go around here. I'm gonna re-ink. Here we go. And then just go on the outside and very light as you're doing your oval piece. I don't know, do you use these brushes? They are so much fun. Perfect. And it looks a lot brighter on the screen, but I'm happy with that. And then I'm gonna go ahead here and use my stamping blends, just my light one in Petal Pink, because I've noticed this week as I was creating that the Petal Pink blends beautifully with Darling Duckling. So I'm gonna set that aside. Now you get to see a little bit of that speck look, and it's just perfect, exactly what I want. I don't think I need this anymore. So this is just gonna mount on the top, but I'm not gonna mount it yet. The reason why is because I wanna be able to do a little bit of stamping. So if you don't wanna flick that stamping blend. Sorry, I can't even think. You could always use the little specks here, but they're a little bit larger, so that's an option. So there's comes lots of wishes here. They're great wishes for the inside of your card or even out. I'm just gonna go with the hello this morning. And hello, Joan. Oh, I have a couple of new followers here. And I'm just gonna stamp it randomly here. Now, I've tried off stamping, like stamping once and then re-stamping right away, but with the Darling Duckling, it is not popping out at all. So you will have to just add a couple here and there randomly and not, you'll have to re-ink every single time or else it will not show at all, like I said. And then again, I'm just going with that half oval circle shape here. So now I am gonna use leftover pieces of cardstock because this week is all about leftover. Joan is saying 4th of July here in the US. Yes, I actually wished you all a happy 4th of July at the beginning because I knew it was 4th of July. So I hope you're enjoying that time off here. So this is one of the designer series paper that comes with the collection, and I have lots of little pieces. So we're going to be using this one. I also continued with the same trend all week with the Roundly Go dies. So, and I'm cutting it with the petal pink. So I'm continuing with that trend because I want all of my cards to blend beautifully, and then package them up. And then it does a full set of cards. Well, you know, I have to make 2 more cards, actually 1 more card because one of them you haven't seen, but 2 more cards to make it that I have 4 cards in my package, 4 little mini note cards with the envelopes and that cute little box. So I do want to have like a selection of cards that coordinate. Now we're gonna grab this piece. I've just trimmed it off and then just mount it here. And that's why I like the Roundly Go dies, because it does add that beautiful finish touch. If you don't have a scallop shape, it's on sale right now on the last chance list, but you could always just rip the cardstock, so that would be a great option as well. So Kim is saying, good morning, just popping in for a quick minute because she's going to town shortly, but she'll catch the replay. Well, you know what? It was very lovely that you joined us on this Friday. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this right here. And then you could just adjust it to the height that you want to. Perfect. Now I'm gonna use my dimensional. I've got lots of them. I've already die cut my pear. I had indicated to you that I like to do a slim trim, even if it's die cut, because I don't want that extra too wide of a shadow. So, but it's a lot easier than fussy cutting it totally. But I just remove like a slim 1/16 of an inch. And now, before you add your dimensionals, you're just gonna adjust where your pear is gonna sit. And I want to see that beautiful yellow all around. Perfect, so this is about the height that I want it. So I'm gonna add those dimensionals. And once again, this layout of a card is perfect for all your scrap little pieces that you have laying around. So this one I'll just set right here. We still have that view of a bit of yellow underneath and so on. So now I decided to go with the old olive. So this is one of the die cuts that comes with the Perfectly Pears Bundle. So I decided to use 2 of these actually, and we're just gonna layer some of the branch. It's so funny how it looks so yellow on screen. I'm telling you, it is not as yellow as you think. You'll see, I'll post a card and you'll be like, oh, okay. But it looks very bright on screen here. But we're gonna layer leaves like just going through here, and I'm just gonna put more leaves on this side. So this one is just one that I have as a leftover. I like to do that actually, use my little leftover pieces. We're just gonna snip the end here. And now we're just layering our leaves on each side. Now you could use dimensionals, you could use mini glue dots, the green glue, whatsoever, whatever you want. I'm just gonna flip it upside down and add some mini glue dots. And the reason why I like mini glue dots is it gives still that leafy branch some flow, so some will be looser. Is that even a way of saying it? Anyways, they will. So we're just gonna layer it like this, and it's just falling through a little bit lower here. Just like that. So you see that you have that flow. These I'll need to tuck in. Yep. So like that. Now this one we'll add on the opposite side. I don't know which area of Saskatchewan that Kim lives in, but I know that in Regina, I miss those little coffee shops where I could grab, I like to go get cookies where I could put in people's kits to go and that sort of thing. So I do miss the little shops in Saskatchewan. So let's pop up here our little pear. So it's just sitting with dimensionals on the side here. So we've got that. And now we can safely mount our card on top. Do you like white card bases or do you prefer like a colored card base? I would love to know. Okay. I love white on white. Okay, so we have this part. Now, oh, here we go. I've also die cut the branch. Could you stamp the pears in different shades? Absolutely. Like the stamp set, here's the English set. You could just stamp them. But this week I was like, no, I think I'm just going to use the pears. The shading's all done for me. The watercoloring's all done for me. I have nothing to do but. Joan says that she almost always starts with white. Just like me. Like I could use a pack of white like in a heartbeat because I love a white base card. So now I just added some dimensionals and we do have that look. So it is starting. So we have the hello popping in the background. We have the little specks. It's just telling us a story right here. And it's also, like I said, using those little excess branches. I have this little piece left. I use every litsy bitsy little piece that I have. So this one we might just want to tuck here on the inside. Actually, it's going to go right here. So we have 3 leaves going there. Like use your scraps. This is all about using every piece. I don't want to see them in the garbage. You could use these here. Perfect. So we're just going to tuck in that little 3rd branch. There we go. Now comes the little babies. So these, it's 1 die and you get 5 out of them. So I just did a couple. And I wanted this like subtle look. So I'm just gonna grab, oh my goodness, this chair. What do you put on a squeaky chair? So I'm just gonna grab this little piece here. And we're gonna add these. I've die cut them ahead, so it's not a big deal. If you want, you could just add some color, but I'm just gonna go here and add some yellow because I want some yellow on yellow. So darling duckling on darling duckling, and I'm just coloring them like this. But if you want to use your brush ahead, you could also use your stamping blend, but the stamping blends are gonna be lots brighter. Now I'm gonna cluster them together and continue adding these little specks of petal pink just for that special touch. I could even go ahead with the petal pink and color the middles, or we could add our dots that coordinate with the collection. So that could be an option as well. Perfect, so that's great. We got these. For these little flowers, your best bet would be exactly to use mini glue dots. They will stay put for sure. So I'm just gonna go here. This is great to practice fine motor skills. If you're having a little bit of an issue, you could always use your pick tool just to help you out. So that could be an option. I just tuck them on here. So I'm gonna go with an odd number right here. And do maybe, let's put one right on this side. And then let's just add a third. I love the branch just going along its way right there. Here we go, we could just tuck one here. So we have this, and then my final touch to give it a little bit of a more of a look. Trust me, I'm looking at it and you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, she put way too much yellow. It is not as bad as it looks on screen. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna be doing a double loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we loop around and just tuck in like a regular knot. And let's make it super snug here. And then that's where I fluff my linen. Okay, let's pull a little bit more. Perfect. So here we have this. And we're gonna go and add it on just like that. Now it does need a little bit of a trim here. And then there you go. So another option is my paper with the pears. I have this one. This one I use more of a white base paper. This one is more like of a pinkish type of look, so a little bit different. And then we have our coordinating envelope that I just used the leftover designer series paper. Oh my goodness, these little backings are everywhere. I just vacuumed the house before our live and I was like, I'm finding backings everywhere. So, and then we have this. So then when you look at the entire week, this is like our mini card that pulls out. It's starting to look great. So you'll see I'll post like as we are done, these two together, which is kind of cute. So if you're spending for $60 with me this week, you'll be getting everything pre-cut for you for this layout. Then you'll be getting a baby with the mini envelope as well, ready to assemble. The only thing I can't do for you is do the stamping part. You'll get every single piece for this one as well as the coordinating little box that comes here. All your pieces are pre-cut for you. You just simply need to assemble, and there's a link for you. So, and then if you do the 65, then you get all of these right here. Thank you, Joan, for saying that you like them. I find that it's a great collection. Everything blends beautifully. I can't wait to work with something new, but I'm still going to continue, right? So I'll build all my cards that will go in my cute box that I made to assemble. I've already started layering all my pieces, and then I will embellish my box to fit everything in. So here we go. It's just gonna tuck in here with all my different pieces ready to go. This one could be maybe glued to the top portion, and we have this extra box on the side in case you want to make 4, but it's kind of fun. So enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thank you for watching and sharing. Bye-bye.